Okay. Hi everyone. I don't know who is going to see this, but hope is okay and that you can understand what I'm trying to say by this. So we have a questions here and I'm gonna read it so we can have like the connections with it and I'm gonna respond. So the first one is, can language shape the way we think? It's in which manners? To me, yes, language can shape the way we think in the manner that when someone speaks and we really hear it, we can interpretate what this person or people is saying and we get an image of it. Also, it can shape the way in which we behave. So when we think in something, we behave in that way. That's what I'm trying to understand. Okay, moving on. So, can language define reality or we define language, and why? So, I think it's a bit of both because we can create what is real. For example, we can be talking here in Mexico about the chupacabras, and someone from, I don't know, um, French, we tell him or her about it, they will be like, what? I don't understand. What is it? Is it a myth or something? And maybe here in Mexico, yes, it's a myth, but we put it as a reality. That's the intention of this example. And yes, we can also define language because, as a matter of fact, we have changed some things in the way we talk, in the way we say something. It has to be the structure for, sorry, talking about the current situation. For example, in Spanish, we tend to say or is feminine or is masculine, but now we are trying to make that different with this. What is the word? Don't remember the word right now, but ellas instead of ellos or ellas, things like that. Okay, continue with the next questions. Next question. Explain very briefly the difference between language acquisition and language learning. To what extent does context influence language learning or language acquisition? Well, acquisition is when we acquire the language and we use it without paying effort or a lot of effort um, on thinking. And learning is the develop of the ability to communicate by understanding the system and structure of the language. The contents influence it's good depending on the person, because someone that it's trying to learn another language and goes abroad will use it in his favor besides someone who is the opposite of it. At least that's what I think. Then explain very briefly the difference between English as a second language and English as a foreign language. To what extent has the English language influenced your professional identity? Well, first, English as a second language is when someone whose native language is not English learning in a country where is it. And EFL is learning English, but not in a country that is an official language. For example, here in Mexico, we are learning English as a foreign language. Why do I think the way I do? I believe it is because of the people I get around and what I have seen in my life. How could I think differently? By exploring and communicating with others, but understanding, not only hearing, okay? And what thoughts do I wish to create? I wish to create positive thoughts on the language, of the language, sorry. Because sometimes we tend to hear that learning English is like bad, or learning German is bad, or things like that. So I would try to create positive thoughts. Is a global language English beneficial for our contemporary world? Why yes and why not? I think it does. It's beneficial because there are a lot of languages. If we can understand us in one, it will help to get the view of the problems, of the results, or the opportunities to support others. Thank you for listening this far. Bye.